Alright, hold on just a second while I get everything. Hold on just a second while I get everything set up. Well, first, let's come over here. And take this. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. Otherwise, I wouldn't. Otherwise, I wouldn't have named my channel after. Well, I would say named it. Oh, look what we got, by the way. These fucking pop-ups. But yes, they are pretty.
Tuvok would like you to join his team as they study the mysterious artifact you found on Badwar Prime.
They are pretty cool. Okay, let me get my enhanced. Let me get my enhanced things here. But yes, I do like it. I do like the hyenas quite a bit. Oh my god, so much junk here. All right, let me go into my inventory. Let me get my thing. And it's a Klingon. It's a Klingon vessel now, so we're giving it the Klingon prefix. All right, I need a transwarp. I need a transwarp head and head to need to get to the starbase. And actually, I'd say that hyenas are probably my favorite. Would definitely say that hyenas definitely be my favorite land animal. Sorry, I was a little bit distracted with collecting the reward for this set of missions here. Just a little bit distracted. Let me go and collect my ship, and then we'll actually let me go and collect my ship. Then we'll actually go and test it out. I forgot I had this melee weapon on this character. Ooh, hold on a second. I will keep the. Oh, they actually have special torpedoes as well. I have to put the other. I have to put the other things, the other weapons and such. These are all anti-proton weapons too. Okay, so 2 torpedoes. Let me go back to my ship here. Omega, yeah, Omega Plasma Torpedo. Already have enough junk in my inventory as it is. I don't need more junk in my inventory. Do I have any anti-proton? Oh, hold on. And matter. Right. That cleared out. That cleared out a few spots. I could get rid of these. I could get rid of these too because I'm not a science officer or a science officer or such. Right. All right. Let's test this. Let's test this out. And what better? And what better TFO to use this on than the breach? Take now that.
Our fortress ship is vulnerable. It's time to attack. Our plan is death by 1,000 cuts. We'll disrupt the fortress ship's integrity field by destroying multiple nodes across the hull. Once that's complete, we'll be able to breach the hull and attack from the inside. Use the trenches to navigate at speed around the fortress ship.
I have to fix the. I have to fix. This looks pretty weird. Even more so than you normal because I've got the Borg. Well, because I got the Borg weapons and the Borg oh my god, reputation equipment on it too. So there's also that. This ship should have a cloaking device as well. Problem is, it ain't. Problem is, I think some of the other ships here are going to be faster than me. I do hate how I slow down right here at this spot. Even though I actually didn't attack anybody, didn't attack any of the points there, what have you. I think all the things that launched too looked like they were all destroyed. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I'm gonna need to rearrange. I'm gonna need to rearrange a few things when I get a chance. Because every time I switch over to a new ship, the abilities always decide they want to rearrange themselves. Oh crap! I keep forgetting. That thing is too. Where is my? Wow, I don't know why. I don't know why. All of a sudden, the hull integrity just took a massive hit there. Nope, they did this one. They did that one either. That was the fake. That was the fake one that always sometimes appears and causes the ship to actually stall for quite a bit. I'll pass out. This is an anti-proton. This is like an anti-proton based ship more than anything. And I got completely and utterly stuck. All right. Somebody's already in here. Somebody's already in here attacking the central power nexus. And now we need outs. And there's the escape. And we're good. Yeah, the part with the trench, I always seem to not be able to, not always, oh my god, I always seem not to hit a lot of the hard points. All the other ships seem to take care of that before I'm able to actually destroy anything.
Excellent work. Your efforts have described the Voth of a valuable asset.
All right.
Admiral Tuvok would like you to join his team as they study the mysterious artifact you found on Vadwar Prime. Meet with them in the Nal Shadan system.
You're sounding a lot like Admiral Janeway there. I'm just gonna say. Let me get rid of some of the items there, and let's see about finishing it. Let's see about finishing up the Delta Quadrant missions. Understood. Let's meet with Voyager. I'm in a Voth ship now. Understood. I'll talk to Tuvok.
Welcome back to Voyager. We were about to begin studying the device you recovered from Gaul's communication center. Since you have spearheaded much of our efforts here, I would like you to take the lead once again. Captain Kim and 7 of 9 are at your disposal. Talk with them if you need more help deciphering the device. When you finish your analysis, return to me for further orders. I will be here in the transporter room to see you off.
Understood, Admiral. I'll take a look at the device in engineering. Alright, and down this way.
Glad you're here. We transported the device to engineering here so we could run all the scans and tests we could think of. The first thing we need to do is determine how it's communicating. We can't find any normal transmissions from it, but we're hoping you have some new ideas to bring to the table.
Agreed. Alright. Let's see. I think subspace fields. Yes.
The device communicates with subspace. We should have guessed that. Now comes the hard part. We need to access the device's memory core. The engineering team here on Voyager is good, and I've heard your team is top-notch, but it might take more time than we have for either team to make a full analysis. We should have both teams give you their opinions on the device. If we work together, hopefully we can make a breakthrough.
Agreed.
You'll need to set switches on the device until we get solid readings. We'll be able to tell if switches are in the correct position, but not which switches. Good luck.
I'll go set the switches. You have the teams tell me what state the device is in. Alright. Everything's off. Everything's off. How does that look?
The engineering teams tell me 2 of the switches are in the correct mode. Unfortunately, we don't know which 2 switches. Set them again and we'll redo our analysis.
Alright.
The engineers tell me there is only one switch in...
On.
The engineers tell me there is only one switch in...
So that means it's going to be in the middle.
Sir, I've consulted with both the engineers here on Voyager and your chief engineer. I am seeing green across the board. All the switches are in the correct position, and we now have access to the primary memory core of the device. Unfortunately, we're only halfway there. Now we need to access the secondary memory core to get full access to the data we need.
I access the secondary memory core. Access the device, check the switches, and check the switches here. Everything's off. We'll turn this one off.
Looks like you did it again. All the switches are in the correct position, and we now have full access to the memory core of the device. 7 of 9 should be of assistance in accessing the memory banks of that device. She's in astrometrics, attempting to get a fix on the location of who or what is receiving these transmissions.
Excellent. I'll go see 7 to 9. I'll go see 7 to 9. Oh. Whoops. Whoops. Almost took off a little bit. Almost took off a little bit too early there.
We have access to the data banks of the device. Very efficient work. From the data we have received so far, we will be able to pinpoint the exact transmission coordinates. However, it is possible that doing so may alert whomever is on the other end that we have reverse engineered their technology. There are 3 likely ways to get at the information. I suggest further analysis to determine the best course of action.
Alright. And extract the data. I think... Yes. Okay. Go back to Admiral Tuvok.
Fascinating. Excellent work. With this location, we may be able to finally reveal who gave the Vaadwaur their advanced technology, and why the neuroparasites appeared again, in this time and place. Commander Jarrah of the Romulan Republic has requested to join you on this operation. Her own analysis of the device has shown that the Romulans have had some contact with the creators of this device, a race known as the Ilachi. She will meet you in subspace at the given coordinates. Finally, Voyager's emergency medical hologram, the Doctor, will be assigned to your crew. His knowledge of the Delta Quadrant races may prove invaluable. He's not much of a combatant, but should prove useful.
Understood, Admiral.
Hello again.
Alright. And we should be able to beam over to the ship. Should beam over to the ship and continue the mission. Oh, that was a weird stretch right there. Go to yellow alert. Keep an eye on those Alachi ships.
Greetings. This is Commander Jirok of the RRW Lisette. When we learned that the Alachi were involved, I requested to shadow you on this mission. I know your experience with the Alachi is limited. The Romulan Republic, however, has an extensive history with this race.
Just who exactly are the Alachi?
The Tal Shiar used Alachi to help invade Veronat, a colony made up of Romulan refugees seeking to make a new life for themselves. The two factions worked together to convince Romulan colonies to join the Tal Shiar. It was in spite of this that the Romulan Republic was forged. We fought off the Tal Shiar and eventually made a stand against the Alachi at New Romulus. Many Romulans gave their lives in defense of our new homeworld. But that final defense seemed to quiet Alachi attacks for quite some time, barring the occasional incursion from subspace.
Understood.
Alright, we'll follow your lead here. We're seeing 3 patrol groups. Recommend we eliminate them before we board the station.
Going a little nuts with the, going a little nuts here. All right, that takes care of that one. See if I can draw. See if I can draw the fire here. And that takes care of that one right there. Actually did a little bit of damage there.
It's odd that Rawl was contacting the Alachi. They don't exactly play well with others. Another Alachi ship is here to defend the outpost.
All right. And Oh my ship sensors have kind of been scrambled. I was gonna say, where is the one that we actually need to be shooting at? Proving to be a little bit annoying over here. Okay, beam over to the station.
Good. You found the breathing apparatus. That should take care of that nasty cough.
Commander Druck?
I was thinking we should split up and cover as much of the facility as we can, unless you have a better idea.
Doctor, what's your take on this situation?
This is obviously an Alachi facility. What I know about them comes from the Romulan Republic's databases, but I should be able to learn more as we examine this location. The air here is suitable for the Alachi, which means that you may find breathing difficult. I, of course, do not have that problem. If you have an environmental suit, or even some sort of rebreather, you will be fine. If you don't, keep an eye out for something that could help filter out the toxins.
Alright, luckily, of course, got an environmental suit.
These are so many tables. I read the information.
Still hear weapons fire. I think that may be in the next area though. Alright, let me just scan this right here.
These are definitely so many tables. The Solomate kidnapped victims through subspace after brutal experiments. If they are somehow connected to the Alachi and the Voth, this is beginning to make sense. If I had to guess, there must be a stasis room nearby. We should find it and rescue anyone in there who can still be saved.
Alright, and we'll go through here. That's of course gonna have to take the long way around. Alright. Right through here and into this room.
It looks as if they are converting their captives into more Alachi. If my readings are correct, there are several individuals here who have only just begun the conversion process. We can save them if we bring them back to your ship.
Alright, open the thing.
We're transporting you to a Romulan ship in orbit. You're going to be fine.
Open up this one.
Transport the Stellaxian directly to sickbay.
More Lachi. Alright.
You'll be back on duty before you know it. One to beam up.
Yeah. Let me collect things around here.
Ah, a Hazari. Stay calm. We'll get you the medical attention you need.
Alright. And there's another Klingon.
This is no way for a proud Klingon warrior to go out. We'll patch him up immediately. Everything will be fine, Mr. Jay. We'll beam you directly to sickbay.
And finally the Kazon.
A Kazon? Even the Borg won't assimilate a Kazon. Well, the Solanae are definitely involved. I believe I have everything I need from this area. We need to keep moving if we hope to meet up with Commander Gerard. The door is unlocked now. We should keep going.
Alright, we've taken care of everything we need in this room. Let's head on through here. I'm not entirely sure why I'm moving like I'm stuck in molasses here. Alright.
This is odd. You sound like you're in a Solanae lab, but we're in some place that looks like a prison. In fact, I'd say that's exactly what it is. And they've just had a breakout. Whoever it was, they used our arrival as the distraction they needed to make their move. I'll keep looking for more information, but I hope the escapees are friendly.
Be careful, Commander.
A prison break? Maybe I should go back to the ship.
Alright, let's go through this one.
Neural parasites. This must be where the Vaadwaur were implanted with those mind-controlling bugs.
Alright.
Neural parasites. Just as I suspected. Did you know that several Starfleet officers were infected by these in the mid-2360s? The Enterprise logs from that era are fascinating reading if you ever have a few dozen hours to spare.
I'll take a look at them later, Doctor. Continue, please.
If Gaul and the infected Vaadwaur were communicating with this station, it stands to reason that this may be the facility where the bluegill implantation takes place. We should definitely investigate further. If we can find the implantation room, then I should be able to analyze their equipment and gather more information. I don't believe it. The empirical evidence is right in front of me, but I'm actually having difficulty processing this information.
What is it?
This tech, this whole facility, it's Iconian. There are variations on the norm, of course, because of the Solanae and Delachi influence, but I see distinct signs of their presence throughout the facility.
Iconians? Here, too?
The Iconians, as we know As I was saying, the Iconians don't like to act directly. They use servitor races, like the Alachi and the Solanae, to cause chaos in their name. And the neuroparasites, they've bioengineered. Rather like the founders created the Gemini, but sophisticated enough to control another species, with much less free will.
What about the Vodwar? Oh, whoops. What about the Vodwar? They were active before the Iconians revealed themselves.
When Voyager revived the Vodwar, their technology was outdated compared to what other powers in the Delta Quadrant had at that time. Even the Kazon outdid them. But now, Vodwar technology is cutting edge. The only way they could have advanced so far, so fast, was by allying themselves with someone else. With the Iconians. The Vodwar got their tech upgrades from them, but they also got their own parasites. The parasites gave the Vodwar power, but they gave the Iconians control. They were ultimately the ones pulling the strings. This entire war has been against an enemy we didn't even see.
That's the information we needed to find. Let's meet it with Commander Jirok and get up the station. Don't think I can actually do anything in here. Don't think I can actually do anything in here yet. Alright, and more of them over here. Alright, scan the thing right here.
These parasites aren't a natural species at all. They look engineered.
Alright, yeah, Solanae always,
Some of this technology is ancient, but it's quite advanced.
and Solanae don't tend to fight.
This is more like a factory than a laboratory.
Alright, now we need to head back in this direction. Understood.
I think we're catching up with these escapees, and they might be from the Alpha Quadrant. We found a dead Romulan prisoner guard. He was part of the breakout, but I don't know if he was part of the Republic or loyal to the Tal Shiar. Keep an eye out. The prisoners are headed in your direction.
Understood. We'll be ready for them.
Maybe we should avoid any potential contact with the prisoner? I think I've seen enough combat for today.
Alright, and a little bit further in. I think I'm in the wrong room. Also, for some reason, no, that's the only way I can actually, it's the only way I can actually go. Oh, psh. Duh.
How fortuitous. I thought I'd have to find a way off this station alone.
Alright, and...
I don't think the Iconians want me to leave.
Oh, they're over here.
Their tenacity is almost admirable.
Looks like you could use a hand.
Alright, more of them. More of them over here, too.
And now we have their real attention.
Got a little bit too close to something that just exploded right there. All right, this is the last Elachi right here. Calm down, Jirok.
And if you do, you'll never learn about the Iconians. I've been here for months. I've seen enough to know you need my help.
That could be very valuable information, Commander Jirok.
Fine, you interrogate her. I might get a little carried away. But she returns with me to the Lisette when you're finished here. Sela is a prisoner of the Romulan Republic. Your government can go through official channels if they want to talk to her.
Agreed. We can take custody of her once we're done.
You and this Sela person seem to have some history. I'll leave you to speak to her.
Not so fast. You have the weapons, but I have the information. If you want to learn what I know, you'll need to keep those Romulan rebels under control. You've stumbled into something much greater than you're prepared to handle. I'm the best ally you have.
Talk. Then I decide what happens to you.
I assume you already know where you are. Both the Elachi and the Solanae serve the Iconians. The Elachi are their warriors, and the Solanae are their scientists. They're the ones who created those creatures implanted into the Vaadwaur.
Whoops. Neural parasites. Why did the Iconians use them here, but not on the Tall Shark?
Hakiv joined the Iconians out of faith. He thought the Iconians would create an empire he could rule. That did not go as planned. This time the Iconians wanted to control their puppets. When the Vaadwaur asked for strength to defeat their enemies, the Iconians gave them the parasites. The Vaadwaur had strength, but also strings. Strings that have now been cut. I'm sure you had something to do with that.
Yes, alongside an alliance of the Federation and the Romulan Republic.
All three of you working together? The world has changed in my absence. Were the Vaudouars that much of a threat to the Alpha Quadrant?
Actually, we're in the Delta Quadrant now.
That explains some things. I'd love an escort back to the world at large, but I have a feeling you have some questions first.
I do have a few questions.
I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want.
What's your relationship with the Iconians? Were you their prisoner or their ally?
How important is that, really? I worked with the Iconians because, at the time, I thought it was the best thing for my people. After we lost the homeworld, we were scattered, starving. A shadow of what we once were. What were we supposed to do? Beg the Federation? Or the Klingons for scraps? Pathetic. The so-called Romulan Republic has made their way, but they did it at the cost of Romulan dignity.
Is dignity more important than survival?
We are not refugees. We are Romulan. We needed a strong leader to bind us together again, and I knew I could be that leader. The Iconians were a means to an end. They gave us strength at a time when we were at our weakest. Had I known what he and the Iconians did to our world, perhaps I would not have made the same decision.
The Republic is thriving. You were in prison. Who made the better choice?
Dwelling on the past is meaningless. I am here, and so are you. Today, our goals are aligned. We both want to stop the Iconian advance. You need me.
My goals do not include aiding a traitor empress. Klingon warrior is not so easily manipulated.
Stubborn to the last, Klingon. Your tenacity, at least, is predictable.
I'm not staying my honor by listening to the words of a criminal and a Romulan.
We can spar about this as much as you like, but it's just dancing around one important fact. You don't know what I can tell you about the Iconians, and that means you can't afford to kill me. Not to mention the distressing diplomatic repercussions that would arise with your allies in the Republic if you were to strike down their most wanted fugitive.
I'll guarantee your safety for the moment, but any treachery will be met with a harsh response.
I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want.
Do the Iconians have a weakness? Something we can exploit to help us defeat them?
Hubris. The Iconians think they are the rulers of the galaxy. They thought so 200,000 years ago, when they were driven off their homeworld by the fire of 1,000 races allied against them. They think so now, when they look at us and see us as children stumbling in the dark. They do not see our strength, our willingness to fight. Use their hubris against them, and the Iconians will fall.
Noted. I have another thing I want to talk to you about.
I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want.
What's the Iconian master plan?
I honestly don't know. Why would they share their plans with a prisoner? That may make me less valuable in your eyes, but don't be fooled. I know more about the Iconians' operations than they realize.
Okay, perhaps there's a different question you'll feel more comfortable in answering.
I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want.
Where's the rest of your crew?
Ah, the crew. The Alachi took them one by one and turned them into those things. Revolting. If I had known that was what they were doing with the captives from the colonies, I would have...
Now who's dwelling on the past?
Yes, you were asking about the crew. A handful of us were still alive when the station went on alert. We took a chance and made our escape. They died, nobly, as Romulans protecting their Empress. I will remember their sacrifice.
Think we're done here. Time to return to our ship.
Will I be taken into your custody, or will I be left to Tiara's tender mercies?
We've agreed that in the spirit of cooperation, Commander Drock will take you into custody. Will take custody. She has strict orders to deliver you directly to Alliance Command. You will not be harmed.
Very well. It's not like I have a choice in the matter, do I?
Lisette, one to beam up. Alright. That I don't know if we have to. I don't know if we have to defeat any more ships on the way out. I guess we'll. I guess we'll find a. Guess we'll find out. It's been a while. Been a while since this. Oh, 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 oh.
We have Empress Sela in our brig. When she was taken by the Iconians last year, many of my people thought she would get away with her heinous crimes against the galaxy. With her in my brig, I am happy to know that is no longer a possibility. Of course, I understand that the Romulan Republic's claim on her is not unique. Her crimes are against all of the Alpha Quadrant. To that end, I will ensure that she be made available to all the Alliance leaders for interrogation and debriefing.
Well, that wasn't exactly what I'd call a walk in the park. At least we know exactly how the Iconians were controlling the Vaadwaur. And you've certainly put a crimp in their plans. On the upside, as a photonic life form, I'm immune to any attempts at subversion by neural parasites. I'll see to the care of the captives we rescued. In the meantime, it sounds like you and the Romulan Republic Command have a lot to talk about. Sela certainly has a story to tell, but should we believe all of it? I'll put a bug in Admiral Janeway's ear about the situation. That was a joke, by the way. You're going to be busy. Don't overdo... Oh, who am I kidding? Command officers never take their doctor's advice. Just remember that you're not in this alone. Good luck. I suspect things are starting to get interesting.
Okay, so no. No, we don't have to fight any more ships. We don't have to fight any more ships off to escape. Alright. As much as I actually thought I was going to be able to continue, as much as... Oh, yeah, there's the...
You and I were both asked by name.
But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to... Oh, nope. Not entirely sure why you decided to just go flying. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to continue like I thought I was going to. So I'll finish off the Delta Quadrant missions next time. Alright, do me a favor if you would. Be sure to hit that thumbs up. It helps me my channel out quite a bit. So I'm done for right now. So thank you all for stopping by. And I'll see you all next time.